There. We are live. We're broadcasting right now.
We are not live.
Now we're live.
Now everything counts.
Okay.
So Gary, why are you sitting next to my wife?
Oh, wrong way.
You mean, yeah, right over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm not trying anything.
It's the 90s.
It's
So Gary, there's something very different about this show.
there is. Already I can tell I'm very perceptive.
There's even more of a feminine energy than normal.
There is. It's
Yeah.
not just me this time. It's not just
No.
me naming Tori Amos on my top 5.
It's mostly you, but no. What's going on? Who are these people next to us?
Well, this is Mary Jackson, my girlfriend.
Hello.
Mary. Hello, Mary. Hello. And
Who is that next to you over there?
this is Leann Lujan,
Hello.
my wife.
And we thought it would be appropriate for top 5 love songs to do couples night.
But wasn't it Mary's idea?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
No, really, right? Thank you, Mary.
Uh-oh. Already, this
sounds
show's
fun.
already off the rails.
I wasn't stealing
Wait,
credit.
You didn't. Wasn't that
I was just saying.
a good idea?
We thought.
Yeah, I thought it would be
Cool.
charming.
Mhm.
The idea of love songs
Yeah.
with partner.
Mhm.
Gary said, wouldn't it be ironic if we all broke up because we are arguing about love songs?
Why did you pick that one?
Which I
Exactly.
thought, is it, there's, I don't think there's great odds of that, but there's some percent, there's a 2% chance maybe. Yeah.
So if anyone's out there and you're watching, in the comments, we're watching the comments.
Yes, we
In
are.
the comments, if you want to give us your top 5 love songs, go ahead. Perhaps we'll read them on the air. But this, in case you've never seen this show, here's how it works. We just usually, Gary and I just read our top 5, whatever the subject is. The end. That's it. That's the concept. And we always preface it with, these are our top 5s that we can think of. These are our top 5s right now. These are our top 5s that we're feeling right now. So,
I had something to say about that.
yeah.
I mean, this
Wow.
is hard. 5? I felt like we should have had 10.
Yeah.
I mean, my list was so long, it was hard to pick 5.
Technically, we have 20. Because there's.
We have 20 this time. Maybe. I think we're going to have some overlaps.
You think
think
so?
Sure, yeah.
So
I
you
think
don't know what we picked, and we don't know what you picked, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
No,
know.
but-
We don't know. She knows
Oh,
some of
cool.
mine. I know some of hers.
Tim knows
but
mine, but okay,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, it'll mostly be surprises.
And there's no shame either. Trust
No
me, when you
shame.
see my top 5, you'll know there's no shame. Norma's watching. Norma and Josh.
Hi,
Norma,
Norma.
Josh, hello. I hope there's no shame, because that seems like a great opportunity to bring up the fact that there was a lot of controversy in the planning of this show over what is a love song. What is a love song?
Right.
Really? How do you define a love song? And there is someone of these 4 people here who kind of had a kind of narrow, militant, kind of grumpy attitude
Me
about,
too.
somebody. I'm not going to name any names.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
I'm not, but this person knows who he is. But someone was very concerned
Look,
about what
Frank's
was
not
gonna-
even on yet.
I thought you were going to say Mary, Jim. Yeah.
He would never
Last
say
night,
that.
even last night, Jim's like, I'm like, I think this is a love song. He's like, no, I don't think it's really. Anyway. we'll talk about that.
See?
But those are going to be in the honorable mentions.
Scott
Wow.
Kirkland will have something to say about this. Let me tell you. He's in the chat right now. Norma
Listen,
will.
I'm
Oh.
very eager to see
Hi,
once-
Hello,
Charles.
Charles. So,
once the controversial ones come. I
so
can't wait to
here,
see the
before we
conversation.
start, here
What's
was my only concern. For me, who am I to say what a love song is or what a love song is not? For a love song is just a song of love. And there are many types of love.
Why
Some
is
of
he
them
doing
are
this?
illegal in certain states. But, so my thought was that maybe, for example, my horrible example that I gave, I said, Well, then if we're going that way, then somebody could pick I Can't Drive 55
Right.
because they love driving fast.
No, it's not that you love it. It's that it somehow makes you tap into the feelings associated with love. It makes you remember past loves or current ones. It's somehow about love. It can't just be like, you know, it's a song about a dog, and I had a dog with my ex, and we really loved. Therefore, like, no. Like, someone has to. The average person on the street has to say, like, yeah, that's a love song.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's and also love songs are like pornography. I can't define it, but if I see it, I can tell you that it is that.
Right. Though I
Exactly.
like to just bring up pornography every chance you get. And
Yeah. Well, you brought up dogs earlier, and I don't want to.
Just a little.
Move on.
No, the analogy I had was you were afraid, like, if we did a top 5 Christmas movies, someone would come up and say Die Hard. And like you didn't want like these weird kind of not really a love song picks.
So somehow your Die Hard obsession Christmas movie, not a Christmas movie.
You brought up porn, I brought up Die Hard, like what? I mean,
which is actually a great name for a porn, but let's move on.
All right.
All right. This is how, I'm sorry, Mary. This is how the show usually goes. It's already, and there's Kool-Aid involved, so. All right.
Yes.
Okay, let Mary pick.
By the way,
Mary
everyone at
pick.
home, we are drinking tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers, by the way. Cheers.
On our side, this evening is sponsored by Hidden Track Bottle Shop, where I picked up this bottle of wine. So there you go.
Nice. And Leann and I are drinking a nice 2016 Thunderbird from the liquor store.
It feels like it.
Night Train mix. No, we're drinking an old fashioned, and I don't know what brand it is, but it is pretty old fashioned. So cheers.
Excellent.
All right. So Mary, if you would like to choose, we'll flip a coin to see who goes first, and then it'll be ladies first or second.
Well, one last thing I wanted to mention.
Crystal and Facebook.
Yes.
We're obviously, due to copyright stuff, we're not able to play a lot of samples of the music that we're going to be picking.
But are we going to pick some? I mean, play some?
No.
She's going to play some, other than what she hums for us. But afterward, I was thinking we could slap together a Spotify playlist of all our picks, and we'll post it in the description of this video when it's uploaded, and everyone can go and listen to all of our picks, including our honorable mentions. Yes.
Okay.
Honorable mentions too. Throw them all. Anything that got mentioned tonight, throw it in there. All
right. Yeah. And if you guys, perhaps if you want to mention some songs, we could do that. Okay. Mary, what do you, heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay. So if it's heads, it'll do Mary, then Leann,
then me,
Mary, then me. If it's tails,
so we'll just start going back.
Leann and Mary, then the rest. Okay.
So we'll all do our number 5s first?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, it's tails. Okay, so.
All right.
What do we got? What is it?
Oh, it's not. Now it's
tails. It's tails.
Now it's not funny because it really is tails.
Okay, it's tails. Leann.
Tails.
Oh, I go first.
So
okay.
Leann go first. So, okay, so right here, Leann, I'll show you right here.
Okay.
Oh, we've got to switch the view. Let's switch the view to.
Are you going to show them on screen?
Here, yes.
So
this is number 5.
Number 5
for Leann. For top 5 love songs, do you know what your
I don't remember what my number 5. I think it's is it Patti LaBelle?
We'll all see it together.
Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle.
If you only knew. Leann, talk a little bit about this song, how it makes you feel.
I don't know. It's an incredible singer. I don't know.
When did you hear this song in high school?
Oh God, I told you not all songs have history. So I mean, yes, of course I heard it.
Would you consider this a sad love song or a melancholy?
All of mine are, yeah.
All of hers are. That's a little spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Very good.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Half of mine are sad love songs.
Yeah.
Are you either one of you familiar with this song?
I'm familiar with Patti LaBelle. I can't say I recall this song at the moment.
Same. I'm familiar with Patti LaBelle, and I'm sure if I heard it, I would know it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Ooh. By the way, in the comments on Facebook, If you leave a comment, we'll try to read it. And
What does Crystal say
wait,
about it?
not yet. We're going to read it at the end. But Crystal, our good friend Crystal, just left a couple of really good ones. I'll go over those afterwards. So, all right. So number 5, we're going to move a little bit faster
Anyway,
than
it's
normal.
really
Yes, those are so
soulful,
many.
really soulful song. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now it is time for Mary's top 5 love songs.
5, and you can advance one more. There should be a. Let's say,
Mary,
okay.
number 5.
Do you want to say anything before the reveal?
I don't know. I think it's just this surprised me. This whole process was more challenging than I imagined it would be.
Yeah.
So hard, and this choice kind of kept going in and out of my top 5 because it's so simple musically. Okay, go ahead and show.
By the way, one thing I think everyone will learn of this episode is that I have an enormous head. At least at this angle, but let's move on.
Is that the big
Number
takeaway?
5, Harvest Moon by Neil Young.
Yeah.
Really?
I
It's a
don't
beautiful,
know
it's a really beautiful song. And have you heard the
Mhm.
unplugged version?
I don't know. Isn't it unplugged?
It's exactly like the album version.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
You know
I
what
mean, it's Neil Young, so would it be any different?
so. Apparently, you cannot listen to this on Spotify because Neil Young
Oh, he took his music off of
Oh.
Spotify.
Wait.
over what was it?
Joe Rogan. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's I think just a really romantic song. He sets a beautiful setting. I do not recommend looking up the music video. It kind of ruined the song for me.
Wow.
Or, yeah.
It's set in like a rural mountain town, like I don't know, Appalachia. There's a word I'm not using, but it's like
Hillbillies. You're trying not to say hillbillies. Okay. All right. All
Where
right.
it's stalling
And
from?
I remember
What is-
the music video is actually about a brother and sister, so it's kind of messes it up.
it has that kind of vibe about it. So that's not what at all I imagine. I guess Neil Young has a superstition about full moons and harvest moons. And he is a little bit pagan, I guess. So
I
he's
didn't know
not
that.
religious, but he follows the
didn't know that.
cycles of the moon. And I just found that really interesting. I didn't know that. And then he prefers to play concerts with a full moon because unpredictable random things will happen. And he's like, yeah, you want that for rock and roll for sure. So
And he's a werewolf.
he's
And he's
also Dracula.
Real quick, interesting fact about Neil Young. Did you know that when he first started out that Neil Young was in a rock group with Rick James?
What?
No?
They were roommates.
They were roommates, yes,
Yeah.
in Canada.
They were roommates?
Rick James went up north to avoid the Vietnam draft. And actually, I think he might have went like AWOL because I think he was in the military and went up north.
Wow.
And and he met Neil Young, and the rest is history. Not their kind of history, but history.
I have to re-listen to this when we go off
Yeah.
air because I don't think I've heard it in 1,000 years. And
I think
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's one of my favorite Neil Young songs. It's a good choice. Good job.
yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think if I had anything else to say. It's just beautifully simplistic. I think it's all acoustic. So unplugged and yeah.
I like it. I like it. And by the way, if you see me flinch when Leann moves fast,
is it because she beats you?
you don't have to call the authorities. We're cool.
Okay. I'll just assume it's mutual.
Really my
and,
fault.
you know, yeah. Okay.
It's really my fault. So is it my turn then, right?
It's your turn. You're up.
Okay. Jim's top 5 songs.
I don't know.
I know mine by heart. I memorized them. All right. This song, when you hear this song in your head, it's not quite as cool as when you go listen to the recorded version, because the recorded version, in my opinion, is one of the best produced songs I've heard. It's every song I picked tonight, in my opinion, has kind of like a magic to it, like a weird, like a vibe, like a magic. When you hear it, it's very hard to explain. This song, I love the depth of this song. And again, go listen to the recorded version. It's really surreal. It's Baby Got Back But no, it's damn it.
Really?
No,
What?
God dang it.
What?
You did it all. You did it wrong again, didn't you?
This is my original list.
Oh well.
I'm cool with it. All right. Again, gotta rewind. This is what happens when we don't have prep time.
Just go with this.
I'm gonna go with this. All
You're
right.
just gonna go
Everything
with
I said, hang on to that for later.
Okay.
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 Somebody by Depeche Mode, sung by Martin Gore. It's a piano song. Here's why I picked it, accidentally. Because if you go look at the lyrics on the song, they're bizarre. It's the most dysfunctional type of love song that professes really true love, not a snarky kind of love. It's like a real vulnerable, true love that it's professed, but the words are very conversational and almost blunt. One of the lyrics is, and all the things I detest, I will almost like, you know, like he'll see things in a different light. That's what he says. And all the things I detest, I'll almost like. She will listen to me when I want to speak about the world in general, or the world, whatever, and life in general. And now I'm on the spot. I can't think of it, but she won't agree. You know, they'll have their different opinions, and it's a really cool song. You gotta check it out. If you're a Depeche Mode fan, you know this song. But
I'm sure I do.
by the way, the first intro that I had will still be applicable to one of my later songs. But this
So
is
the
my
intro
original
you
list,
gave-
and I messed up the original list because I hate doing lists like this.
I understand.
Visually.
So the intro you gave is for an honorable mention?
No, it's on my list.
Okay, it's just.
So
you
I
have
know
to-
because just a little behind the scenes, this song today got dropped from my list because I forgot. Oh, there's this all-time great that I forgot to put on here. But
Oh,
this slideshow is not that slideshow.
it's not
But
updated.
all the other songs are applicable. Nothing else
Okay.
got changed.
All
So
right.
so this is still
Wait,
good.
I have a question.
Yes.
So there's one song, but I can't remember what song it is. I know. Has that happened to you in this process?
That you wanted to put
or
on
there's
here?
a song like I know I can remember
Yeah.
singing in the parking lot. I mean, in our driveway, listening to this song over and over, really loud in the car. But I can't remember what song it is.
I know how it goes.
That sucks.
It goes dun 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 dun
I am
dun.
positive there are songs that I've forgotten totally.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That tomorrow I'll remember. It's like, that would have been my number 2.
That's why this is so hard. Yeah.
It's not hard if you're
Or
not
whatever.
incompetent like me.
Then
So,
you just go. You just barrel ahead. And you,
by the way, I love having slides on the show, but Gary knows that I hate putting them together because
hates making them. Oh my
they
god.
become, it's organized like this, and then I put the wrong one. But you know what? Martin Gore's cool. We hang out all the time, so I'm gonna let it slide. Gary, let's go to your
All right.
slide. Gary's
Put it in there. One
5
more.
love songs. Number
Okay,
5.
me, I'm not going to do a lot of preamble for this one, but Corey has a funny comment in this chat, an inside joke in the chat.
Where'd it go?
I mentioned this. Like,
You did it.
is he going to come by and ask weird questions?
I never said that.
He did. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He knows he asks weird questions. The only preamble I'm going to say, this is one of the prototypical classic love songs. It's, I think, when you picture in your mind a platonic ideal of a love song, like the perfect love song, this is probably one of them. And I know Jim's going to like it because it's in one of his favorite movie of all time.
Is it Sex Dwarf?
No, it's
Okay.
not. Good call.
I'll
Good
still
guess.
like it though. Here it comes. Ready? Gary's number 5.
Let's Stay Together by Al Green, 1972.
Now, I will say this. If you did an all-time, not just our
can't think of which
favorite,
one
but
it is.
all-time greatest love songs of all time, this
Yes.
one's top 10.
Yes. This is a thing where, and this is me being
Well,
honest with myself, where I'm not bumping it. Like, yes, if we actually sat and argued what are the top 10 greatest love songs of all time, irrespective of our opinion,
Yeah.
this would be in the running.
Oh yeah.
Being honest is like, I was
seven.
putting it at number
And I
5 for
wonder
me.
if any of us picked any Barry White songs.
Well, I don't know. And so now this is one that I thought, my number 1, I suspect, is on somebody else's list, if any of them are. But I thought this one could conceivably pop up on other lists, just because it is such a classic. But
Yeah.
it's kind of everything you'd want from a 70s love song from Al Green. I mean, it's cool. It's got the right mood to it. It's a little sexy. It's, you know, it's just got, it checks all the boxes. My only lame complaint about it that we talked about, and this is why there's another 1972 love song single that will be in my honorable mentions, and this is the one I went back and forth with. This is one of those things where the song ends, at least the recorded version, just by fading out and trailing off, which to me, it has such a great open, such a great middle, and then it just does the kind of fade out thing, which I think's a little lame. I have no good reason of thinking that. I just think it's a little lame.
Sometimes that works.
Sometimes it can work.
Sounded like it worked.
The drum
I gotta
sound
hear it.
on Al Green's
I can't
music,
think of it.
the drums always sound so good on.
And I will say this, so she knows I built a playlist of like 30 love songs I've been listening to while I work for a week, just to kind of narrow down what are my 5. And, you know, listen to anything that much, stuff starts to get a little old. I think I'm liking this one more and more the more I listen to it. Like, it doesn't get old. It holds up to repeat listens. There's something so perfect about it. I find myself humming it to myself. Like, it's just such a solid choice.
I really thought that you were going to say that the only thing you didn't like about it was that Obama sang it, and then you were going to go on a big tirade about Obama.
Yes, that's right. He did. He sang it basically to Michelle, right?
Yeah. He did pretty good too.
He
Yeah,
did pretty good. He did a good delivery.
Al Green is just a stud. He's a true stud, and if, in my opinion, if you took the top 20 pop and soul vocalists, you know, of our era or whatever you call it, I think he's in that list. Top 20. He's that good.
Yeah,
Al Green is amazing.
At the end of the day, I was like, this has to be in my top 5. I can't not, you know, I just like it too much. And even setting aside its historical or musical significance, it's like, I just got to put it.
Yeah. Related to Tom Green. Not a lot of people know that. So,
all right.
So now it's time for
Leann's number 4.
Is mine?
Leann's number 4.
Well, what is it?
Don't say it.
Oh.
Anything you want to say about this song?
Well, I think the rest of them, everybody's going to know these songs. And you know what? At the beginning of this process, because my favorite artists, these are not my favorite. The top 5, none of them are my favorite artists.
Yeah.
So I'm even surprised by the 5 that I picked. And it may be because of, remember, the disagreement about what's a love song and what's not.
Yeah.
Yes.
So finally, I just went with these. But
and you didn't have to hit me.
But I do love these songs,
Okay.
and just show it.
And this is The Sweetest Thing. By
Newton.
Do you know that song?
No. We're totally
You
unfamiliar.
do. I think you do, but you just have to hear it.
Maybe if I heard it.
I don't know it by title, but I bet if I heard it, I would.
How does it go? Jim, sing us a few bars. Come on.
The sweetest thing
I've ever known is loving you.
That's it. But anyway, you got to Google it.
I think I do. Maybe I do know it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
it's
you
like a
have
really
to.
dramatic. It builds up,
Oh.
you know. It's a really and
This
plus
is
with a
great.
name like Juice, you know, you can't go wrong.
Juice Newton is just
Juice
such a
Newton.
name. This is why
Yeah.
I was excited to do this. I knew I was going to hear about some songs I didn't know about.
So look I think maybe
That's usually
4 of these I would not at the beginning of this process. At least 4 I would never expect to have picked.
yeah.
End up on your list. My number 1 was fixed immediately, and it was all debating for 2 through 5, the whole rest of the
Kind of. I knew what my number 1 would be too. By the way, the criteria we were talking about criteria for a love song. Norma has a criteria that
What
a
is
love
she? Where?
song.
How do you know where?
Tell a story.
Tell a
I
story.
agree.
which
I'm going to be talking about songs that tell stories with my number 3.
yeah, if anybody out there wants to chip in. By the way, Scott and folks and people out there, I could see that you're adding your songs. We'll show those afterwards.
Yes.
But if anybody wants, if anybody,
I like that one. That's Scott?
yeah, if anyone
I like that one.
wants to give their criteria for a love song, what you think a love song is, please.
That's just new too?
Don't ruin Scott's surprise. All right, we're going to go to Mary.
I like that one.
Mary. Are you ready
Mary,
to go?
Mary's up.
Mary's number 4.
Okay.
Do
This
you
one might seem like, you know, a little artsy, pretentious, but go ahead.
Oh.
My Lana Del Rey's were pretentious, but I'm
And
not to
it
me.
is, drum roll. I'll be your man.
Oh.
Do I know this one?
Yeah.
Artsy, weird.
No, you don't. It's a good song. Nico sings it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I just thought, like, this is the strangest.
It is.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go listen to
It's
it.
a great song. Great. It's one of their best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love the lyrics are so sweet. It's just like, I'll be the light at your door to know that you're home. It's just really touching. And then I am a fan of the Velvet Underground, and this whole album is great. Check it out if you haven't.
I would have picked for love song. I would have picked Venus and Furs, but that's a different kind of love
Waiting for
song.
my man. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What's cool also about I'll Be Your Mirror is that the Velvet Underground is such an art band and they're so avant-garde and but then they come out with this song that's just super sweet. There's nothing like hidden or pretentious or it's
Too
just
cool for school.
Right.
really sweet song. And they did a great job. That's a great
just
picture.
like one chord the whole time.
Josh Kemble seems to strongly approve of this
Josh.
choice. Yeah.
All right, what did this guy say?
Yes.
Josh says, that's a great one, even with me.
Right.
Because Josh is against
Andy Warhol.
Josh. You know that Nico doesn't stand for nicotine. You know that. So it's not about cigarettes because Josh is very anti-cigarette. So that's a great pick. So all right. We're gonna keep rolling because
All right.
we
got a lot to get. We're off to a good start.
Mine now.
What's
Okay.
yours number 4.
Number 4. My number
Jim.
4.
I hope
All
you
right.
can describe this one correctly.
Tell my story on this one.
I don't know which one. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, do it. Yeah,
Okay.
because I was pissed off.
Okay. I'm gonna tell.
So talk about
Yes. Okay. Wait. Listen.
the song called Being Divorced.
Yes. My number 4
Pissed
is
me off.
this song, Waiting for
Wait, one of our favorites, both of
We
us.
love this song. Okay.
I love this song.
So-
I love the Foreigner 4 album. Is this
But a
Foreigner
time
4?
Okay.
ago, I sent her this song.
Jim, I've listened. This is one of my favorite, all-time favorite.
Yeah. Do you guys know it, by the way?
Foreigner 4?
Waiting for a girl like you. I've been waiting for.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So I sent it to her, and that.
Well, wait. And I think we had been fighting the night before.
Yeah. There's a line.
I was mad at
There's
him
a
the
line
night
in the
before.
song, and I didn't
He
even
said
realize
it in the morning.
There's a line.
I was. Yes.
There's a line where it says, "I've been waiting for someone new," or like that.
To make
Oh, no.
you alive. And we've been married how long? 27 years. So
Yeah.
he sent it to me. He texted this to me one morning. He's like, just want to share this with you something.
Yeah,
I
and
love this
she
song.
got mad.
And I was like,
Did you think it was like a message? Like he was
yeah,
saying,
I'm
she
like-
did.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done,
but
Jim.
I love this song too.
Yes, that's why I said
But-
it. And I totally didn't remember or think it says it like one time in the song.
I'm like, that's
But
anyway.
anyways,
I know, one little thing.
song.
Yeah.
The song is a beautiful song, and I know
It's a
Foreigner.
great song. And
Yeah, it's a great-
so about, what year is this? Because I know it
Like
was
oh god, I was in junior high when we listened to it. So like what is that? 83, 82,
Probably, yeah.
81,
Yeah.
80, something
By the way,
like that.
Scott Cirkworks.
Beginning of the early
he's-
80s.
He's not saying "good one, Jim." He's going "good one, Jim."
I
Like
know.
that. Yeah.
You know, this is a good example of one that I did not even remember when I was going through my list, and it would have been in the running if I had remembered it.
Is this
Like
the
that.
one? Mark Ronson. Remember, he said
Yeah, Mark.
his
You know Mark
stepdad
Ronson
wrote it
is?
for his mom.
I don't.
Is this
the
the
name's
one?
Mark
familiar.
Ronson is a really famous
Do you know who
modern
Mark Ronson is?
producer and artist. He wrote
good.
Uptown Funk,
He
Oh, okay.
but he also worked with a bunch.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, he produced Amy Winehouse's
He's
Back
worked with a lot
to
of people.
Black.
That's right. That's right.
Well, his stepfather is Mick Jones, the guy in the far top right, and Mick Jones is like the main writer and producer for Foreigner. And Mick Jones wrote this song for Mark Ronson's mother
Yeah.
when they met, because she was someone new.
Oh.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on. Anyway,
right,
I
okay.
sent it to my wife because I love my wife, and it's a beautiful song, and I'm stupid. So, okay, so
I've had a similar experience. It was a lifetime ago. I shared a song I was really excited about with someone I was dating, and I didn't listen to the lyrics. I didn't really think I just liked.
You just liked the song.
was it
What was it?
Rolling Stones, bitch?
It was Kings of Leon Revelry.
And
it's basically the guy singing about how like sometimes I just get the whim and I gotta go. You know, like, and I was just like, this is a cool song. I like how it sounds, and I'm notorious for not listening.
So you understand?
What a dope!
I fired it off, and she had a full neurotic mess. Like, I mean, it was just like, why?
I was.
Well, what are you trying to say? You know, and it's like, I'm not saying anything.
You know, when we fight on the show and I go, baby, I just gotta cool off, baby. It's just sometimes we get crazy. I had to do that.
Right. That was
I'm so discombobulated. I don't remember whose turn is it. Is it Gary's turn?
Yeah.
I think it's my turn.
All right, Gary, you got to save us with this one, man. It's got to be
all right.
Gary's number 4. What do you want to say about it, sir?
You
even remember what it is now?
Yeah, no, I remember what it is. So this this was written. This is actually a cover. It's the only cover on my list. The original was written by Gordon Lightfoot, performed by Gordon Lightfoot, the great Gordon Lightfoot. I actually think the cover is superior vocally. I think the vocalist is a far superior singer.
Cover.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can.
Does it have the words? Does the last word end in a D?
First of all, what a weird way to ask. And then second, no.
Everything Gary likes ends in a D, you know. All right.
That doesn't even make
Oh
sense.
no! I have no idea what song this is. Wow.
Okay, now so Gordon Lightfoot actually did this. I forgot what the year for his would have been. It would have been in the 70s.
I thought, by the way, you were going to say if you could read my mind. That's Gordon Lightfoot, right?
I think it is.
That's it. Scott thought it was Sundown.
No.
So we're both wrong. Tell us about this song.
So this is what I want to say first of all. Poor Sarah McLachlan having participated in that abused animal commercial. I think there's a parallel universe where she didn't do that. And
you know why she does that, right?
Why?
What's that?
You know why she does? Because she was arrested for dogfighting.
That is not true, everyone.
Mary, true.
No, I think had she not, now she's become sort of the butt of a joke where it's like every time someone sees like a sad cat or a dog in a cage, yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. But anytime like the commercial would come on, her voice would come on, you'd see a sad dog and you're like, ugh, and you'd switch off. And I think now she's forever associated with that. Which is, look, she's passionate about that. That's great. I think she's a vegan or something. But I think it distracts from the fact that she's got one of the most beautiful singing voices, especially if you give her the right material. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah,
she saw her at Lilith Fair.
She is responsible for Lilith Fair.
She's responsible for it. I actually had
tickets to
Lilith Fair back in the day, and I couldn't go. But Gordon Lightfoot, he's a great writer. I don't think he's a particularly good singer. I think she's a very good singer, not particularly good writer. So I think this was a great thing for her to cover. For people who are unfamiliar with the song, it's someone telling the story of sitting in a little cabin or something on a snowy night with a fire, reading and rereading a love letter from their significant other and just missing them terribly. And it's beautiful. It's heart-achingly beautiful.
I love that.
And it has this kind of dreamy quality to it. Like it feels like a long night by the fire. It's like, so It's not a cool pick. It's not an edgy pick. Sarah McLachlan is not cool or edgy. But it's just for my personal top 5 love song list, I had to have it in there somewhere. So.
By the way, Sarah McLachlan watches the show.
Hey.
She's gonna be pissed.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, she.
She's gonna pick those dogs on you. Okay.
I'm assuming the restraining order is still in effect, so I'm not going to say anything.
So we're gonna go. Gary, do you have anything
Mine
else
now?
you want to add to that? By the way, I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I had to go listen to that song now. So,
You should.
Should I listen to Gordon Lightfoot's first?
You should. You should compare them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess we go to. Is it
Mine,
Leann's now?
mine.
All right. Now we're on my
I don't-
favorite number.
Oh, I know what it is.
3. Yours number 3. Don't
Everybody
say,
knows
don't
this
say
song.
it, but ready?
Everybody
Okay.
knows it.
This
But it's a great song.
all-time list. This would have if you did the
I
whole
think,
world.
yes.
This would be on
So
the
I
top
hate
10.
that. I hate that, but
Okay.
And it is.
Of course.
Mm.
Of
no,
course. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, really, my real list. It's like I had a real list and a whatever, a gym list.
a gym list.
I mean,
No, this is another one kind of like
This is a good song.
together. If you did a top 10 love songs of all time, this would be somewhere in there.
yeah, for sure, for sure. This,
But what kind of love song?
well, this song's about he was in chains and he escaped from a serial killer.
Wow.
So he's singing, he's real happy, and he's unchained. He's singing a melody. By the way, it's his one's named Bill Medley, right? One of the Righteous Brothers. You know, they're not really brothers, but they are righteous. But this was also in Ghost.
You're just adding a lot of information. And,
Yes. This was in Ghost. Sort of became re-famous with Ghost.
Yes,
You know
right.
who does an excellent version of this? Elvis Presley.
Yes. Yes.
Really
Love
good.
Elvis.
His actually rivals the original.
I would argue. I mean, at least I prefer the Elvis version. Yeah.
Well, the production on, again, I love production. The production on this one's great. It's just, this was recorded in a giant cave, and it's a cave of love. No jokes.
I'm
Wait,
surprised.
was it seriously recorded in a cave?
No, but
No. Okay.
it's just got that huge, I don't know, did Phil Spector produce this? Does anybody know?
I don't
It
know.
sounds like the Wall of Sound a little bit, but it's just a huge song. And only one Righteous Brother sings this.
It's the guy on the left, right?
Yeah, no, guy on the right. Well, no, yeah, the guy on the
Who
right.
cares? Not right.
The guy on the
Okay,
left
right?
is Will Ferrell.
You're right.
So
My right there, though.
No, I don't.
No, I don't know.
everything's backwards. But did you always like this song, like a long time, or is it since Ghost?
I think since Ghost.
Since
I mean, I've known the song.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, but also it's relevant to me.
I somehow forgot that this was in Ghost. I don't know how.
Really?
But now that you mentioned that, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of, it got re-famous from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Corey says the lyrics.
I'm not sure which one he was talking about, though.
No, I'm gonna make whatever I want him to talk about. I
Just
kept.
keep showing that up
Yeah.
every time. Yeah,
I could say, yeah. That song, "Bitches Ain't Shit," is a really great song. Yeah,
The lyrics are great, though.
I think Corey agrees. The lyrics
That's
are great.
right.
So.
9 Inch Nails, closer. The lyrics are great, though.
Yes. So I think we're gonna go to Mary's now, right?
Yes.
And mine
Alright.
are girly favorites.
No, wait till you see mine. When you see some girly favorites, you see mine. All right, Mary, do you know what your number 3 is?
I do. I
love
have
it.
it memorized.
She's,
So
see, this is a performer here. She knows. She's prepared.
I was surprised by this ending up as number 3 too, because again, it's like very bare bones, just a guy and his guitar. But if any guy sang this to me, it would just totally melt me. So
Oh, there's some pressure going on.
When I learn guitar, I guess this is the one I've got to.
It is it extreme? No.
What?
The Book of Love by the Magnetic Fields. So this album is so fun.
I don't know this at
I
all.
don't think I do either.
You don't know what? The song or the magnetic
The song
fields?
or the magnetic
Oh,
field?
cool. Mary.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it's
But you're a musician.
guitar, and I am a musician.
I love that.
Guitar. I play
You've been
clarinet.
teaching us.
So I think it's just like 2 chords, and it's just like cynical and sincere at the same time, which is a great combination.
I like it.
Anyway, look it up.
Cool.
Spotify list.
I love it.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
lyrics are great though.
Wow, I have no idea what this
love
song.
it.
I'm gonna have to check this
Me
out.
too.
No, this is great.
I'm
I'm so
excited. I'm looking
excited
forward
just
to
to
that.
look up these songs I don't know. So
Yeah, you're replacing NPR for us. So
yeah.
Morning becomes eclectic.
yeah, that we used to hear a lot of that. That's great. The magnetic fields, are they still around? The magnetic fields? That
Good question. I
1989?
don't know if there's still a band making music, but
okay,
yeah, this is the most recent song on my list. I believe.
okay. And then if you had to compare what this song or what the group sounds like, what would be another comparison in that genre kind of?
Funny that you say that, 'cause the first thing that comes to mind is Velvet Underground.
Okay.
But if there was a late 90s version.
A late 90s Velvet
well,
Underground.
kind of.
Well, there's a lot that they tried. A lot of them tried. But
They did. They
Right,
did.
Exactly.
all right, I like you. Thank you, Mary. Are we still on number 3? I am on number 3, right?
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
All right.
yes.
We're gonna get girly now because
All right.
my top. Okay.
Song,
So
our listeners.
this song, this one really reminds me of being a really little kid. My sister Laura used to play this song all the time, so it reminds me of running through the house in diapers. This is like 2 years ago. And no, but this song really is a melancholy. It's just a weird, it gives me that really weird melancholy feeling of childhood, but I didn't understand what a love song was, but I knew that something about this song was really great. And this particular version, I know there's a cover that's very popular, and the cover's good too, but nothing replaces the original for me, and that is number 2.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. That is
The great number 2.
Mm.
Killing Me
Softly.
Is this a love
Wow.
song?
Is it a
Song
love
that everybody
song?
knows.
That's a great song. I love, again,
We all know that,
the
right?
production. This would probably be on the top 25 all-time love songs.
All time. Yeah.
Yeah. Just really natural song, and I don't remember who she wrote it about. I can't remember, but yeah, and we have this. This is a good. Someone's asking, is this Cannibal Corpse?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, I love this song. It just has a lot of good things to say. Whoops, sorry. And I think Josh is saying it about this song. Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
think
but
so.
yeah, it's just a great song. Yeah, and
Right.
lyrics are great.
Right.
So,
Right. I agree, Corey.
so
We know it.
whew, I'm getting emotional.
My turn?
I think
Oh.
it's is it me now? I
It's
think-
Gary.
Oh,
Gary,
I'm sorry.
My
Gary.
number
Gary is.
My
We're
number
gonna go with Gary.
3.
Number 3. Gary's number 3. Gary, what
Oh yes.
do you want to say about your number 3?
Okay, so I do love, and I feel like it's an era of songwriting that maybe is sort of past. If there's modern examples of it, I'd love to hear, because I can't think of any off the top of my head. But this is something that Leann brought up earlier. It's a great story song. I think it tells a complete story, and it tells it, I mean, in the span of 4 minutes, better than some TV shows tell a story, movies, comics, whatever. Like, it's a whole experience, the whole emotional journey to it. Not just love, but like a lot of bittersweet emotions too. And this is probably maybe the most borderline of the love songs. I have to say it's absolutely a love song, but let's just hit it. Go to
It is. Is it Marty Robbins' Big Iron?
I love Marty Robbins.
It's not Marty Robbins.
Do you know Big
I
Iron?
love him.
Go look up Big Iron. It's a great song. Okay.
Okay.
Gary's number 3. Same old things I don't.
Yes. I can't even. She's like, what? No. This is a
I
beautiful.
know it.
beautiful
I don't know if I know it.
I
I'm sure I know lots.
You've all heard it.
of
You've
those
all
songs.
heard it. So
How
this
does
is
it feel,
him
Gary?
telling the story of running into an ex-lover in the grocery store. Some girl he dated in college. And they've all since gone on their different ways. Like he's gone to be a musician. She's gotten married. Like they've all moved on. He bumps into her. He hasn't seen her in forever.
I bet I know this.
They decide to go and like they get a 6-pack and they sit in the car and they just catch up. They reminisce of the old times and what's going on now. And it is so beautiful and so sad and so at the same time just kind of heartwarming. Them kind of revisiting their history together, talking about where they're at now, realizing they've kind of run out of things to say. And it's like, well, I guess like that's goodbye. And he watches her drive off. And in the song, he talks about he feels this little stab of
Wait, I want to hear.
I know, but I want to hear a line from the song.
Wait, what's he say? He realizes what?
He feels a little stab of pain. Like he realizes, like you can tell that he still loves this girl. And you can also tell from like the parts that he describes of what she says that she probably still loves him, you know, but their paths forked a long time ago and they're having their own lives right now. And it's just sort of a nice little, they run into each other on Christmas Eve and it has a kind of a holiday feel to it. It gets played a lot on the radio around the holidays. And I bet
give me a line.
You'd all no, I can't sing. I can't sing.
Come on, I'm saying Juice Newton. You can do it.
Okay, no, I'll say one line. It's interesting. He talks at one point he's talking about how she says that she married her an architect who keeps her warm and safe and dry. She'd like to say she loved the man, but she didn't want to lie. And it's just this kind of like, like just this kind of horror. And again, it's sweet, it's sad, it's melancholy. It's just, and again, a perfect little story in the space of 4 minutes. It's not super musically complicated. It's mostly him kind of singing the story through, but I think it's just beautiful. And I can listen.
I can't wait to
we gotta listen.
Hear this.
Yeah,
hopefully he didn't take his music off of Spotify, I hope.
And I agree. Yeah, Forking Paths always makes for a good love song. It's borderline love song because it's kind of about like the missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But
look what some jerk wrote in the chat.
I know.
I swear, this troll looks
Who is
kind of
that guy?
scary.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
Everyone knows this song. Even if you're not sure, play it. You'll immediately like, oh yeah. I've heard this. But one of the all-time great story songs, right up there with A Boy Named Sue. And like all these others where it's like you have a whole narrative.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, yeah.
I agree. So, all right, old, same. And is it going to be one of the songs when I hear it, will it be like, oh, I think I know this song? Or...
You have to have heard this.
Okay.
There is no way you're not familiar with this. It's just the name is weird. But as soon as the first 15 seconds, you'll be like, yeah, oh yeah.
There have been songs that Gary has said, like, there's no way you don't know this song. And he's played it for me. I'm like,
She did.
I don't know what it is.
Well,
yeah, get back to me. You guys listen to this as soon as we go off air.
some of us were born after 1981.
Now, Mary, if Gary sends you Waiting for a Girl Like You.
You don't mean it that way. If I send you Revelry, I don't mean it in any way.
Terrible. All right.
Oh my God.
We're ready now. We're getting down to the brass tacks.
This is mine?
And this is Leann. Don't blow yet, but
oh God, everybody.
Everyone's gonna know
Everybody
this
has
song.
to have this one on their list.
All right.
This is the original.
Let's see.
And
you know what? My mom had this. So
yeah,
I mean, I grew up with this.
Very nostalgic, but what a beautiful,
so it's not like
beautiful song by a beautiful lady.
I grew up with this.
And it is
70s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. No, I think that's
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is a classic.
Dolly was one of my mom's favorites. I was born in 70, so I grew up listening to her.
Little sacrilege.
And Loretta Lynn and
Little sacrilegiousness.
what?
I didn't know this song before
Oh, Whitney.
the Whitney Houston
oh
version.
my God.
Oh.
But,
Oh no.
but
Oh no.
Stop.
No. Shameful. Shameful.
Not mock me, Lee. This song is better than Whitney's, in my
hell
opinion.
yeah.
It is better. No,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
like it better.
And this one actually, it nearly, didn't I talk about it? It nearly was in my top 5.
No, I grew up with this from a very early age.
Yeah, that's a good
It's a
point, Josh.
beautiful, like Dolly was great. I wanted to shoehorn in Jolene so bad. This and
Oh,
Jolene,
listen.
but Jolene is like not a love
Dolly's
song,
greatest
but I
hit.
really, like, I do love her. So.
And she
No,
wrote-
Coat of Many Colors. I know. I
Yes,
grew
he
up.
wrote this and
Hey, we watched Hee Haw. Okay.
I remember Hee Haw. I remember
Did
Hee
you?
Haw.
You're not too young.
No, I remember. I was little, but like I remember, I distinctly. My dad loved Hee Haw, so we would sit.
We
and watch
watched it every Sunday.
Which
Yeah,
is
my
funny.
parents-
That's actually the name of
My
Gary's.
parents
Gary's
listen to
next
country
book.
music.
It's called My Dad Loved Hee Haw.
My dad loved Hee Haw.
Stop
Gary
it.
Hodges' story.
Yes. Did you see what Josh wrote?
What'd he say?
He said, "Leann, this is easily one of the best songs ever written."
Oh hell yeah!
It's beautiful.
I
It's
love her.
beautiful and it's sweet and it's just it's heartwarming and it's.
Oh wait, that was one of the discussions, Gary. You brought that up. Is it a love song? Because it's yes, it's a love song because
agree.
but he's saying, I love him so much, please don't, you know.
Yes, I mean I think a case can be made that Jolene is a love song, but I felt
like
it was
Lana Del
borderline-
Rey that I have a case that those are love songs.
borderline enough that I did not include it in mine. But I felt like if I could really feel like, yeah, for sure, then it would have been definitely in my top 5.
Right.
Also, another good story song. Jolene is
Yeah.
a great story song.
So do you know why she wrote it? And it's not a joke. She wrote it for, oh my God, what's his name?
No, that's not this. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Yes. Porter.
Porter Wagner. He had a
Because
TV show.
do you know the story?
No.
I do.
So
Okay.
Porter Wagner had a
He
TV show.
discovered her.
Totally discovered her, brought her on it. She
This-
was young Dolly, had her on there for a few
A
years.
TV show.
She started becoming really popular
I
on
mean,
the show.
her fame was growing
Yeah.
and growing.
So
She wanted to go out on her own, but he discovered her.
so
He made her.
Porter started getting
Kinda.
feeling a little bit threatened by
Yes.
his success,
But she's like, I gotta go.
and she wrote the song for him as a goodbye. And
So it's a goodbye song, but it is a love song.
yeah, and she played it
She
for
does
him
love him.
in the office, and he cried. And I
He let her
think
go.
Dolly actually, and I'm pretty sure this is true, gave the proceeds
yes.
to Porter Wagner.
Yes.
Like it's something amazing like that. She's just,
Wow.
she is
Yeah.
a queen, and she is.
No,
So
yeah.
that's when she broke out on her own.
This is a great pick. Another one that would be on any maybe all time, like 10 best of all time. You know.
Yeah. So good pick.
Oh, I know.
All right.
Mary.
All right,
Remember?
this is one I think everybody knows. And I think, like Leann, I was introduced by my mom to this music. So,
I know.
yeah, it was something. Go ahead and show it.
Gary, do you know what it is, Gary?
No. I don't think so. I don't know.
I love it.
Brr.
So-
Oh.
Yeah, so this was kind of in and out of my top 5 because I couldn't feel like a real personal connection to it. I just thought, this everybody's top 5.
Nostalgia.
It's
It's
so
nostalgia, right?
But then I re-listened to it, and it is just such a good song, and it's got musical complexity to it, and I think George Harrison wrote it, and I think it's his best song.
He wrote it. I think he wrote it when he started writing it when they were on with the Maharishi on that trip. But then he recorded a version of it, a really rough version, when they were doing the White Album. And then, and there was a lot of fighting. By the way, White Album, favorite album of all time. But there was a lot of fighting and separatism during the White Album. And then when they got back together after Let It Be, after that recording session, they got back and they knew it was going to be their last time together. And they all said, let's write an album like we used to do. Let's all be in the room. Let's all do it. And George Harrison pulled this chestnut and blew everybody's mind with it.
Yeah.
And one of the top 10 love songs of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I think George Harrison has a knack of really getting to like the heart of the sentiment of everything. So I
in the documentary, I love when people say, we probably haven't gotten to that part yet. We only are halfway. We got halfway through that documentary.
It's long, but
We did too.
So did we. And then guess what? I was pissed.
Yeah.
We loved it. We got halfway, and then by the time we tried to finish, it was
It
taken
was
off.
gone from Disney Plus.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Is it gold?
Because we loved
What
it.
happens to the Beatles?
oh,
Are they still together?
Oh, we'll never
We'll
know
never
if they figured out.
Oh, it was so
thing and
good.
got a new album out.
no. Anyway, I think I said what I needed to say, but that song really gets at this kind of like you don't know exactly what it is. It's this undefinable connection you feel with somebody. It's just kind of a perfect song, except for the last chord. I don't like the last chord.
What is it?
So what
It
was
just-
it about that? You said something about that.
Well, they have a 4/1 cadence, and then they go to like this. It's just a too happy of an ending because there's uncertainty written into the song, and then it's just very conclusive at the end. But maybe that was intentional, maybe not. But I found it a little cheesy.
I like it.
The classical musician right here.
No.
All right. Leann has to pee, so we're going to keep moving.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want a drink.
All right. Okay. So
Something was another one that was almost on my top 5, and now we missed out on our on a music and comment thing.
all right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We're on my
Yes.
number 2.
Number 2. All right.
I know yours.
Remember all of that build up at the beginning of the show where I said
I
there was a
do.
song.
That didn't pay off. That wasn't.
Yeah, but I have a caveat, a definite. There was going to be some shuffling around. There was a big controversy backstage. I was going to put for my number 2, my official number 2, is not on here, and it would be Barbra Streisand's "Woman in Love."
I thought that was going to be on your
Not in my
list.
top 5.
I screwed up. So,
Oh, because
I
this is
love that
old
song.
version.
I know Barbra Streisand's
Oh.
"Woman in Love" is to me a great love song. She nails it. It's
I
just
love her.
so lush,
Love her.
beautiful song.
But that's
Just-
not this one.
It's not this one, but
Okay.
but this song would have been on my list. I wouldn't have bumped this one because I love the production on the song. There's a weird magic about this song. When you hear this song, Leann left me. She's so mad. When you hear the song, there is like a weird magic to it. I'll just show you.
Okay. All right.
It's not my number 1. Sorry, guys. It is
Yes.
Wow.
"I Only Have Eyes for You" by the Flamingos.
What year is this? This must have been like 1831. What is
This was 1989. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's I think it's 1958. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
This is a great one. This is
This
another
is
one
a
I totally
magical
forgot
song.
about.
I would have bumped this to my number 3 probably. Nah, maybe number 4 because "Killing Me Softly" is great. But I love this song. It's magic. It's good. The recorded version is insanely cool. It's an all-time great, and that's all
So, eyes for who?
for you. It says it right there in the song. For you. See, that's how the fight starts.
You see, this is how fights start.
Yes. But yeah, go listen to the recorded version. It's great. 1959,
It's
Adam
a beautiful
says.
song.
Thank you.
1959. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful song.
It is good.
It is. Thank you, honey. All right. And now is it Gary's turn?
It is.
It is Gary's. What is?
It is.
Gary, show us your number 2.
So this one takes you. What one of the things I love about it is that it takes you on a little bit of, I think, a time journey, if you will. Yes, I think it's when it starts, it sounds to me very much like just some late 50s crooner song, maybe even a little squarish, maybe even a little dweeby. Okay, but as it goes on, it evolves, and by the time you get to the end, to me, it's way more 60s, and it even kind of reminds me of something much later, John Lennon's Mother, where he's like wailing the song out at the end. Like, it gets very emotional, and I love that journey of it, where it starts kind of straight and old-fashioned and ends up very emotional. And just go ahead, let's go. One of the greats of all time.
Roy Orbison's Crying. This would be, yes, this is on a lot of people's list, I believe.
So 62.
Wow.
First of all, I think it's way ahead of its time, especially if you take that back half of it. Like, he gets emotional, and by the end, he is wailing those lines out in a way that you don't really hear a lot of people singing like in that era. I mean, Roy Orbison, like, I'm sure people way smarter and knowledgeable than me, I've written thousands of words about how great Roy Orbison is, but like, this is, I think this is my favorite of all of his.
Roy Orbison, somebody please look this up. I think when Roy Orbison died, he was only like 50.
He was pretty young, like, because he died during the Traveling Wilburys days, right?
Yeah. Somebody look that up, please. It might have been 51 or 50 or something like that. He was not 75 years old when he died.
No, he wasn't an old guy. No, absolutely not.
He just had a
Now, this is the last one on my list that's debatably a love song, because it's about running into your ex someplace and you kind of exchange a casual little greeting, and it's very polite and nice, but she doesn't realize that inside, like, you're absolutely wrecked. Like, you are so devastated and you're still limping along from this, like, the fact that you lost this girl. And it's so passionate. And so the reason I would say it is absolutely a love song, even though it's sad, even though it's melancholic, it's absolutely just love that he doesn't have any place to put anymore. You know, like, that's what's killing him. That he sees this girl and he misses her so much and he loves her so much. He's keeping it to himself. He's not making it weird. He's not, he's like, oh, nice to see you. That's great. And then he's going off and he's sobbing in his car. And there's something about that that's just really kind of romantic to me. So this was my number 2.
Somebody probably sent him reverence or so.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, someone sent him a song that just said the right.
That's a great choice. Are we ready for?
We're ready.
Numero unos now.
All
right.
The number ones.
This is gonna be.
I can't wait.
All of our number ones. All right.
Now, I think I might know Mary's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. This is Leann's number 1. And modern songs, I think this would probably be a contender for top 20, 25.
Okay.
It is.
Wow.
I never thought.
Wow.
But
this is another one I totally forgot about.
But me too. When we started this, I didn't even remember the song. But
yes.
But I gotta say it.
Yeah.
We lost our daughter. She was 8 years old.
Yeah.
14 years ago. I listened to this song and it's like, oh my God. I mean, a lot of songs. These are all most of these songs remind me of my daughter. They're not love songs about some man.
Yeah.
These are my daughter.
And that is the deepest kind of love.
So you listen to that
you could ever have.
It's like,
there's nothing more intense and
so
real
listen to
than
that song.
Yeah.
Think about losing a child
and then that's beautiful. And that wood just loaded with meaning. I mean, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like a definite
because otherwise
bullseye.
think
Number-
it would.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
yeah.
it's a good song, but when you add
Oh,
that
she
meaning
is
to it.
good. She's great.
It was a great, I mean, it was played all the time. All the time. Like, I remember, like, it was everywhere. And
Well, I always liked it, but I never considered it like one of my favorites. But looking back and listening to love songs lately, I'm like, yeah, this.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a great
Apply.
choice. And it's a great choice, and it's a great, like, reason to pick it, you know?
Yeah, that's just the
Wait,
strongest reason.
something else.
What?
Do they know about the Bellas? How much?
No. He knows I love the Bella Twins.
Do you know,
This song's
Jim?
about the Bella
Are
Twins.
we
The
like
only
the Bella
person I know who
Twins?
brings up the Bella Twins.
Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
You
understand.
know
I don't
We're
understand
all
at all. But
Bella They have a podcast, a weekly podcast. She's going to be their next guest Wednesday, so that'll be cool.
So tune in if you can. But don't tune in while you're not watching this show.
is she retired? Is she still making music? Is she?
I don't know. I know nothing about her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this song.
I'm
Well,
not a fan. I can't say I'm a Leann
The only
Rimes fan. I
thing
just
is
love this song.
She spells her name wrong. That's the only thing.
that is disappointing. That is disappointing.
Yeah.
You should tip her off. Maybe she
Yeah.
needs to know.
And by the way, Leann Rimes would be a great rap name too, by the way. Yeah. So this is a great song, but it's made even greater by the meaning.
Yes.
behind.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what makes it a personal top 5. It's a personal top 5.
Look at Leann's going to show you a prop real quick.
Move, Jim.
Oh, prop.
Look who's here, guys.
What is
Going
where why who has that and why?
It's Nikki and Bree.
Why do you have that?
Hey, girls.
This shit is in our kitchen. No, I do love them.
It's
Why
Tell
Why?
them, Jim.
It is a birthday gift that's very cherished. because
At work.
my coworkers know that I love the Bella Twins, and they surprised me one day with a life-size
That
cutout.
seems like something that should stay in the office. I would you
No.
I had a Cindy Crawford
Then it's
cutout.
creepy.
Yeah.
It's not creepy in the kitchen?
No,
Tell
It's-
a great story.
natural love.
But I had a Cindy Crawford. When Jim met me, I had a Cindy Crawford cutout
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
in my
It's fine.
apartment.
More people have cut out celebrities than I realized. But
It's true. It's true. So
I once
good poke,
met a
Leann.
guy who had a Taylor Swift cut out, like life-size cut out in his closet.
It's not me. She's not talking about me. Just so
Right,
you know.
it is Gary.
It's not me.
I was like, oh, wait.
I like
Really
her.
taken.
Yeah. yeah.
Anyway,
So Mary, are you ready for your number one?
Oh,
yes, go ahead.
All
This
right.
is a very popular song. Everybody will know this one.
Oh, you want me to hit it?
No,
Okay.
God only knows.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's
I think people just hold on to that God only knows what I'd be without you line, but they don't realize how strange this song is. It's so wonderfully weird to me. Well, the melody is so beautiful, probably one of the most beautiful melodies ever written. And it's a very strange to me, coming from classical background where everything's very metrically structured. The melody's kind of fascinating because it doesn't fit into any bar lines. It's swung with triplets, and you can't really notate it accurately. It's just kind of free, which can really only be achieved by somebody who, like Brian Wilson, I guess. But he didn't write the lyrics, I learned, which was kind of disappointing to me because I was going to be like, oh, God only knows what I'd be without you. What is he really talking about? Is he talking about his mind? I don't know. Anyway, so no, it's a beautiful melody. I thought I would just kind of dive in a little bit to why I think it's strange. Well, the lyrics themselves, it's very like if I'm not, how does it start? I was just looking at it anyway, but it's like, don't doubt it, don't doubt my love for you, but it starts by creating doubt. So I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Should I doubt your love? Are the stars going to disappear? But then it goes into this really jaunty like midsection, which doesn't make any sense. It's like atonal neoclassical thing happening in the middle of it, and then it never resolves to root chord for more than one beat. Anyway,
do you know who wrote the lyrics?
What was that?
Do you know who wrote the lyrics?
Oh, good question.
I don't know.
Forgot his name. But I think it's one of those situations where he was just like, hey, I'm working on a song. Come in here. Help me write it.
Brian. It says
Douglas Wilson?
Songwriters Brian Wilson and Tony Asher.
Tony Asher. Yeah, I think he wrote the lyrics, and Brian
Wow.
Wilson did them.
The first line of the song it's kind of interesting because it's such a soft love song, and the first line is, I may not always love you, but as long as there are stars
Right.
above you,
I may not always love you.
you
That's
never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it.
yeah, it's kind of ironic, right? And then it just ends in this vocal polyphony of scatting, like everybody's singing at once, and I just think it's a fascinating song. I love listening to it every time I hear something new. I love it.
I think when Paul McCartney heard this song, this is what really pushed them to do Sgt. Pepper's, to up their own game.
Oh, that's so interesting. I did hear Paul McCartney say this was like his all-time favorite pop song.
Yeah. When this song came out, it was on another level. There was nothing else even to touch this song.
And he uses winds and strings and a full little band. There's documentaries on it if you look up on YouTube. It's really fun to watch how it was made too. So yes, that's number one.
That's
he's amazing.
That's a good number one.
Good number one. Yeah,
Isn't Lana Del Rey?
That's a beautiful. So all right. So now, okay, I guess it would be
you, yeah. Oh, number one.
The names have been mentioned much during this show, and they've come up once on somebody's list. But to me, this is such a simple, perfect love song. This is like, to me, defines what a love song is. It's super, super streamlined, and it just, again, the magic. It has a magic about it, and also one of Kurt Cobain's favorite songs.
I Can't Drive 55?
If I Can't Drive 55, but it is.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I think this is, for me, is like a prototype of a certain style of love song.
Yeah.
You know, of this era. And
this is Kurt Cobain named it as one of his favorites?
Yes, he does like a version of it. Go Google it or YouTube it. You could hear his version. It's a home version he did on a guitar. But and Kurt Cobain wasn't that much of a Paul McCartney fan. He's more of a John Lennon fan. But this is one of his favorite songs. He told me the other day. So, but yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful song. Now, I almost was going to put Something, because one of our little hidden rules is we say we can't really put two from one artist.
Right.
And I think Josh mentioned earlier, I've just seen a face, which I was considering as well, from the Beatles.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this song. And again, the production, the simplicity of it, and the rawness of it. It's just a really, really, really beautiful, beautiful song. And I do love her. So, we'll kiss at the end of this too, but okay. All right, so that's my number one.
All right.
Now, I think the world is waiting with bated breath.
They are. I'm sure they are. Yeah.
Gary's
so this one is one of the shortest songs in my iTunes. Maybe one of the shortest songs I've ever heard. But it's got it packs a punch. There's no fat on this. It's all meat. Let's just get right to it.
I think
They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. Ha ha hee hee ha ha.
To the funny farm.
All right.
Funny farm. We're like
Ready?
all the time.
The
Yeah.
drum roll, the anticipation.
Come
that
on.
Billy
An
wants you to
obvious
say.
number one. This one, I knew. This was the one I knew immediately. Like, well, that's my number one, and then I spent the rest of this time figuring out the next four. So go for it.
There's no telling where we're going. Okay, here we. Oh, buddy, I'm on fire. Bruce
Come
Springsteen.
on, come on. There's nothing
Yes, you.
better.
Beautiful
There's
song.
nothing better.
I'll give you applause on that
Springsteen.
I gotta
Showing
hear
up
it.
at
Yeah.
the girls- Showing up
Come on,
at
it
the
goes,
girl's
"Dear
house late
little
at
girl,
night.
your daddy home is your birthday
Oh, yeah.
all
They go and
alone."
leave you all alone.
Yeah.
Mhm. And it is raw. It is passionate. It's definitely sexy, and it's this guy confessing his feelings for this woman that he cannot keep a lid on any longer. He just can't stand it. He's got to drive out there in the middle of the night.
Hey, little girl.
Gary, she's a little
Hey,
girl.
little girl.
Not a little girl. That's what I remember. I had this conversation with someone years ago, and they're like, they heard the line, "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home?" And they're like, "That's gross." And it's like, that's not
my
how
God.
he means it. That's
The
not
Harry
how
Potter,
he means
the
it.
Harry
It's a
Potter
sexy
story
man.
is making sense now, Gary. The
What's
Harry
that?
Potter story makes sense now. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Where's
my
Chris Hansen?
God.
No. This is a great, great, great song. And it's 2.5 minutes. It's so
Is it really?
Yeah, really 2 minutes 34 seconds. Not musically
It is a
complicated.
great
There's
song.
nothing interesting going on with it. Bruce Springsteen sings like Bruce Springsteen, which is Bruce Springsteen-y. You know, like there's not
kind of howls.
he kind of grumbles at her. He kind of like it's this low, kind of breathy, like, baby, I need you to hear this.
Right.
Like it's I think it just it oozes macho passion. And I think that's like it's like this has to be my number one. Has to. No, there wasn't even a question in my mind. It was all
That's
about
funny.
what is 2 through 5.
Macho Passion was going to be my number 4 pick, but
Macho Passion is a good one. It's also
Yeah.
my favorite dish at the local Mexican restaurant. Macho Passion.
can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
This is a great song. When this came out, this was on, I think, Born in the USA, I believe.
I think so.
It stood out like a not sore thumb.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful song and very simple and not bombastic. I don't remember what the instrumentation is on it. Does anybody know?
That's a good. You would maybe know better than me.
I would have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
Standard, like,
Yeah.
It's very, the lyrics are great though. It's
By the
very.
way, I've been trolling Corey all night. He hasn't been saying that. I've been.
No, I think this one you can find everywhere, and it's a short listen, 2 minutes 34 seconds, and it is. I really mean it when there's no fat on this bone. Like it is just like it is as stripped
Right
down
to
I
the
think as
point.
a song can be.
Also, No Fat on This Bone, another great choice for a love
Really
song.
good. Yeah, that one is. No, I don't know. That's again, we talked about not really a love song, more of a love making song.
There you go. Yeah. Kind of.
It does a little bit. Yeah.
I guess you could say that a little bit. It also has a Johnny Cash meets.
It has a Johnny Cash. You could picture
Who?
Johnny Cash covering this. I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
could picture Neil Young doing it
Not on a full moon, I could.
on a full moon. Only on a full moon. Though. Yeah.
Not on a harvest moon.
like a little Bob Dylan-y.
Bob Dylan-y. Tom Petty
Yeah.
could do this.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Okay, wait. But now,
But now,
for some of our honorable mentions,
honorable mentions.
All right,
And then we're
and
going
then
to get to the
we're gonna-
very active chat, which
we're gonna list some of. Oh, there you go. Norma nailed it. It's Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley vibe.
Elvis
Yeah.
Presley
Yeah.
Elvis Presley
Good.
would murder
Yeah, I
him
can't
on
believe
fire.
I don't have those. But
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna add my honorable mentions first. Do you mind? Because they're already here. All right, Myra. The
Something,
Proof,
yes.
Something by the Beatles. I already said it. Great song. Okay, This Girl's in Love with You by Dusty Springfield. That particular, her recording of it is beautiful. Very soft, but she's got like a ruggedness about her that's just really awesome. Save a Prayer by Duran Duran. The first time I heard that, I was 11 years old or whatever, and I thought, wow, this is like really deep for a pop band, you know? It blew my mind. I loved it. I still love it. My Love, Paul McCartney, great love song. I almost put this on my top 5, almost. That's just a really great declaration of love. And Cool Night by Paul Davis. Are you familiar with this song? It is yacht rock at its finest. It's the one that, you might know it. It goes, the one that says, on a cool night, something by the fire. Yeah.
Let me hold
Yeah.
you
This-
by the fire.
Yes.
If it don't feel right, you can go.
That's it.
Oh,
Do me a favor. Listen to Cool Night on headphones.
I totally, I know exactly. Yes.
Yeah, listen to it on headphones. It's a whole different experience when you hear it on headphones. It's super mellow, super cool. You know,
this is going to be the greatest Spotify of all time, minus the Neil Young. This is going to be like.
Excuse me. What?
All right, we're gonna do.
No, I mean,
Bye.
yeah,
Oh, I see what you
because we
mean.
can't get in there.
I thought
Yeah.
you meant you didn't like that one.
No. See, look at that.
My honorable
Another.
mentions. Okay.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky come tumbling down, tumbling down.
Like questionable. Are they love songs?
Questionable, great song.
Yeah.
Possibly
Love
questionable, but
Caroline, Tapestry. Great
yeah.
album. Has a cat on it.
It has a cat.
Funnel of Love.
Yeah, I feel the earth move. Everybody probably knows that song. But when I first heard it, I was too young to appreciate, like, what is she talking about? She's being so dramatic. And
What
then-
is she talking about?
Well,
Oh, okay.
What is she talking about?
you know, chemistry, feelings.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I got it one day. Like, oh, this is what she was talking about. Anyway, then Funnel of Love, Wanda Jackson.
When she met this guy, that's when she.
Oh man.
That's
So Funnel of Love is a really cool song, kind of rockabilly. She's kind of screaming it out, but
I don't know that one at all.
Well, it's not
I
fair.
want to hear that. Yeah.
That's not fair because you're related to her.
I wish.
Favoritism.
Yeah. No, I'm not. There are many Jacksons in the world. But such a cool song. There's a cover that's featured in Only Lovers Left Alive.
I think I've heard the song.
I think when you said rockabilly, it sounds very familiar.
Yes. It's like surrendering to love, basically. And then Love is Blindness, originally a U2 song.
know that?
Love is Blindness, one of U2's best songs.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a U2 song. I knew it was
Really?
a Jack White cover. And then
Oh, you got the Jack White one. Okay.
yeah, so that's why I included that. It's, I think, a great cover. And
Great. Yeah, he does a great cover of it.
yeah,
Great
I love,
cover. I kind of like U2's a little bit better, but Jack White nails it too.
they're pretty much, yeah, equal, I would say, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
He's
But,
faithful to the original.
yeah, and I do love that he ends up screaming at the end, kind of like
Yeah.
crying.
He does what?
Hundo. He like
Screams.
screams out.
Yeah.
I love that.
I discovered that song after, you know, a rough breakup, and it's like, Mom, do men really fall in love? Is that an illusion?
And then you felt the earth
Like,
move
no, we
under
have
your
evidence.
feet. So, my favorite part of Love is Blindness, by the way, if somebody goes back and listens to it, is when the Bono version or the U2 version is when Bono goes, fingers, like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Freedom to feel.
That's a great, yeah, that's
so
one
dramatic.
of the-
Yeah, I love it.
and one of the most underrated songs too, because
True.
people
Yeah.
don't talk about that song enough.
Mhm.
Good choice. All right, Leann, you're gonna play your
Do you know what mine are?
yes. Now
Mine are dark.
this is not an I don't think. I'm trying to see if Leann's, because we didn't do an earlier version. Hold on, this might be
Mine are
mine. Yeah, this is mine. We're gonna have to. How do I
We
live
don't have
without you? We don't have Leann's, but we do know Leann's because there were some that almost made the cut.
Share them verbally.
So my favorite artists, some of them are, so for love songs, Mariah Carey, early 90s, like the first 3 albums, a lot of them. So there's a song, if we're going to do a playlist, I would put So Blessed by Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, very popular in the love song genre.
Yes.
She is.
Early 90s.
Related to Jim Carrey.
And Sheryl Crow.
John Carey. Okay. Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Wildflower, another song that totally reminds
us of that.
My daughter.
You'd have to hear it. It reminds us of Julia, our daughter, a lot.
So when she was alive,
yeah.
I think that was. I'm a huge Sheryl Crow fan, and I think that was the last album she listened to with us.
Yeah,
and that song,
that song will rip you to shreds when you hear it because it's super. She's good at writing sad songs.
And then Lana Del Rey came along after Julia passed away.
Yeah,
but I love
that would have been
everything she does. So a few favorites that I picked that Jim didn't think were love songs would be Cherry and Darkest Day.
Oh.
Yeah. She writes some love songs, but those, in my opinion, but
anyway.
Leann. I'm just saying. By the way, like her or not, Lana Del Rey is the most consistent artist around these days, in my opinion.
And I like
she's
her.
Very consistent. And if you don't like her, you won't like anything she did. If you like her,
she's
always
everything.
at a high level.
I love everything.
Yeah, no dip.
As a matter of fact, I did consider Lana Del Rey that creepy version of Tchaikovsky, the Sleeping Beauty soundtrack.
Oh yeah. That's a really
good.
The one she does in Maleficent? She does it in that movie.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Such an interesting voice, the way she uses.
Yeah, actually, yes, and not all fluff. And one thing about Lana Del Rey, much like Lady Gaga, or she could have made it as a songwriter only, like never stepped on stage and sent her songs to other artists. You know, she's that. I think she's that talented.
Tell me if this is just the wine talking, but I think Lana Del Rey sings about a version of California that is the same one that all your movies take place in. It's just hers is kind of the sexy side of it, and yours is the dirty side of it. But it's all this kind of vision of California that may or may not actually exist. Like,
you know what's funny? She even did one of her latest. It's crazy. There's a town like 2 cities over from us.
Oh yeah.
That's like a nothing town.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And did she write about it?
It's called Arcadia.
Arcadia.
The city's Arcadia.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
She did a song about Arcadia. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like
I
her
love
coming out
that
with Maricopa or something.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was bizarre. That was a weird coincidence.
She's my favorite.
Yeah,
she's great.
Okay, we're gonna look at Gary's honorable mention. They're all very filthy. I apologize ahead of time.
I might squeeze in a fourth. So look, you got to throw in a Journey song and a love song list.
Journey.
You got to have Faithfully.
When you say that, look at the camera and say, "Suck it, Corey."
Wow.
But don't say it slow.
Just actually, now make Corey do the lyrics are great though. Now do now bump that. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna talk about the middle one last. Drive by the Cars. This was one that was debated. Is it a love song? And even though if you read the lyrics, it's debatable, everyone we've polled has heard it as a love song. So it's like, all right, I'm just counting it. So I've always thought it's a very romantic song. And then finally, I believe by Stevie Wonder, was duking it out for the number 5 spot. Like, Let's Stay Together. Both 1972. I think I had to go with Let's Stay Together. Let's Stay Together. I just thought it was a superior song. It stuck with me more. I thought it was just a better love song. I believe is really fun to listen to, though. And I think it's musically way more cool and interesting. It gets a little funky. It gets a little weird. There's a lot of, it's just, and that's another song that takes you on a weird journey where it ends is very different from where it starts musically. But
so you're kind of saying it takes you on a drive to a weird journey.
just have faith. Have faith.
I believe that's what you're saying.
Yes. But the last one, I didn't list it, but I want to mention I did for a long time have John Lennon's "Woman" on my list. Yeah, and the only reason I ended up cutting it, as I explained to her, was after listening to it 1,000 times and preparing for this, it started to sound a little bit like an apology song to me. It started to sound a little bit like, I know I'm a piece of crap, but and I know I haven't treated you very well. I know I haven't valued you, but like I really do love you. Like, and then that kind of soured it for me, where it's like, I don't know if this doesn't deserve top 5 love song. It's just
it's like Elvis, that one.
Oh, although
maybe I should have loved you.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Well, that's also I didn't, but maybe I should have.
But Drive, I agree, is a love song. Drive is a love song, and like Open Arms by Journey is also a great love song. I know Corey doesn't like the music, but he always says the lyrics are great. So I agree.
Journey. I was for a Journey pick. I went back and forth between Faithfully and Send Her My Love.
Send Her My Love.
Very good.
Underrated. Yeah, that's great. So the chat has been bumping tonight. And by the way, Journey is great if you want to sleep with someone that has someone not as a euphemism.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Journey, like almost half their songs are love songs, maybe more.
Is it Ribbon in the Sky or Wheel in the Sky?
Wheel in the Sky.
Wheel in the Sky. Norma said Ribbon.
Yes, that's a different. That's the flip side of it.
Wheel in the Sky.
So let's look at some of the other comments people have said about the love songs tonight.
Anything by Bread.
Anything by Bread. Also, while I file through these, thank you for everybody that contributed.
Scott has another one on the bottom there. If you're working up, another Stevie Wonder that I'm trying to remember.
Wait, he says Ribbon is a Stevie Wonder.
I'm sorry. The song by Stevie Wonder called
Ribbon.
I don't know if I remember that one.
I don't know that one.
These 3 words.
I don't know that one either.
I'm sure I would know it if I heard it. That's interesting.
Yellow Ribbon, is that Tammy Wynette?
No, that's Tie a Yellow Ribbon. That's Tony Orlando and Dawn. So, great love song. Right here, another one from Scott.
The Gap Band.
Yeah.
Is he joking?
No, that's a great song.
Which one?
Yearning for Your Love.
That is not a great response.
There's no shaming.
There's no shaming. No shaming.
I didn't.
No shame.
I don't know.
Angle of the Morning.
Angle of the Morning. That's for the
geometry. The angle of what in the morning? Yeah. I want to know.
So Angel in the Morning is a good classic 80s love song.
Yep.
Alkaline Stupid Kid. I don't know if I know that one. Yeah.
Which one?
Alkaline
Trio. What was it?
Stupid Kid.
Stupid Kid? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
I think it's about, well, never mind. Let's keep it classy right here.
Now let's don't let that old fashioned go to your head. Just stay on target here. Some of these sound like I feel old. These sound like made up.
I think Corey's making these up.
It's made up, right? Lyrics are great.
From earlier.
Corey, what do you think of Cop Killer? Can we just get that? Can you throw that up? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I guess he doesn't like the music, but the lyrics. Yeah. By the way, from earlier, that's some Josh right there. Josh speaking some truth.
Who? Which one? Who's?
Sorry.
Oh, we don't have a Michael McDonald. My
No,
Coco
I
didn't
keep
make our
forgetting
cut.
to add one. I keep forgetting to add one. I keep forgetting.
Wow. You
You
know
get
what?
it?
I am shocked. Now I'm realizing we had
There's no
no
overlap.
overlaps. Yeah.
No,
Not one.
no, not one. I was gonna put something, but I'm glad I didn't.
I thought. I mean, there were a couple. Yes, something came up a few times. I think there.
Oh, here I have one from a texted one
Okay.
from a friend. Okay, so Crystal Mohammed wrote. She says, "Beach Boys, God Only Knows."
Yeah.
And the Beatles something. And this is before we even started the show.
Before we even started.
I knew.
Yeah.
See, there we
Crystal
go.
Mohammed. She has great musical taste. She's a huge, huge My Morning Jacket fan. So if My Morning Jacket's watching, just know Crystal is out there.
Yeah.
And yeah. So Scott Cirkman, what did you think of Cop Killer, by the way? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Drum roll. Beautiful song. Beautiful song.
This is where Jim has gone off the reservation.
Yeah. And speaking of Lana Del Rey, Norma wanted to chime in and
She's a
said
white witch.
that she's a white witch.
Is she really?
No, she's not. She's white.
She's white.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe she's taking after Stevie Nicks, who that was always the
They're
joke.
friends.
Yeah, they
They're
are
good
friends.
friends.
They are friends.
Are they friends?
Yeah, they
Yes.
recorded together.
They
Oh, that
hang
makes
out.
sense. That sort of makes
Norma,
Yeah.
Norma wrote "Stay Gold." I don't know if she's being cool or what.
Who?
Norma wrote "Stay Gold." Okay, and then let's see. I think did we have any more comments in the chat? Man,
What was Norma's top 5?
Norma.
She didn't send them to you?
Norma sent me her top 5. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Norma.
Let's
Let
hear
me
it.
read your top 5.
Oh no.
Okay, Norma. Okay, number 5, "Still" by Lionel Richie. Still.
Yeah. Okay.
This one almost made Gary's list. "Unbreak My Heart" by Tony
That's
Braxton.
number 5.
Right.
Oh,
Number 5 is Unbreak My Heart.
Okay, number 5. She hasn't been in the wrong order.
So what?
Okay.
Number 5 is Unbreak My Heart, Tony
Number
Braxton.
4, "Breathe" by Faith Hill.
Okay.
I know
Yeah.
of it. I
I know
of
that
it.
song. I love it.
Okay,
I
number-
remember clearly. Yeah.
Number 3, "You Give Good Love" by Whitney Houston.
That sounds like a love.
Right. That sounds like a lovemaking song. Yeah.
Yeah, and I always thought as a kid that's kind of risque for being like a love, like a middle of, like we had Coast 103 out here in LA, the
Okay.
love song station, right? Love songs on the coast. Yeah.
Every night.
I mean, "You Give Good Love" is dangerously close.
Sounds like a lovemaking song. That's in my opinion.
Number 2 was "Still" by Lionel Richie, which is actually a really good song.
Okay.
There's a few Lionel Richie songs.
Number 1, "Marry Me" by Train.
I don't know that song.
I think I know it, and I'm sorry, Norma.
I don't know it,
I just don't really.
but I'll listen.
I don't know that one.
Very. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It was song by Mary. "Train Me" by a different rap group. No, I'm kidding. No, "Marry Me" by Train. Go Google it. You'll see.
Okay. All right.
Here's also she added, take out number 5 and put in "The Closer I Get to You," but the Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross.
And then Vandross. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she wrote, and it's a toss-up between number 4 and Bobby Caldwell, "What You Won't Do for Love."
Oh, I like that
That's
song.
a good one. You know which one that is?
I like that
It's
song a lot.
difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah, "What You Won't Do for Love." It has a
You
French horn in
try
it.
everything, but you won't give
Yeah.
up.
That one.
In my world,
Okay.
I
Oh, and number, she
make
said,
me do for love what I would
honorable
not.
mention, "Cop Killer." So that's like the 5th time tonight.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's funny. What does Corey think of Cop Killer again? I don't remember. What was the?
Oh, Corey, he just thinks a lot of things. I'm tired.
Still, I don't. That's another one. I'm sure I would know it as soon as I heard it.
Yeah.
What's a long love song, Norma?
Still.
It is a love song.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. So I'm gassed now, man. There's a lot of emotion that went into tonight. Yeah. And believe it or not, very little alcohol because we do little tiny glasses.
You know, we did pretty well with our bottle of wine.
We could have had a whole bottle of wine.
Oh no, you've unleashed the dragon. So, marry me. Is that Norma? You're married. Are you talking to me or Gary? Or Mary or Leann?
Inappropriate. Not the right place to propose, like, Norma.
So, Tupac samples "What You Won't Do for Love."
Really?
What?
Who says that?
Tupac's not sampling anything right now, except for the clouds in heaven.
Not anymore. But I guess he sampled. That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and then that was Charles, Norma's husband, saying, "Marry me." Charles, I'm embarrassed.
So I mentioned if I felt comfortable naming something that I wasn't convinced was a love song, I would have mentioned Jolene. Is there anything that anybody here thought was just a little too far off of the love song definition to name, but they really wanted to find a way to bring up?
I love that song, but
yeah, I love Jolene. So
I guess that is a love song. If I wanted to include my Lana Del Rey songs,
it's a murder ballad.
That would be, but it is like
it's a murder ballad.
Back off.
No, I think when it comes to love songs, I'm way more traditional or conservative, or you know.
So there was
American love songs for American ears, recorded by American artists like the Beatles.
Yeah. Classic American artists. Yeah.
Classic American. No, I don't know. I'm maybe because, for one, I'm not a big love song aficionado. I don't, that's probably not the genre that I'm always attracted to, but every song I mentioned tonight, every single one of them, again, there is a magic to love. And each of these songs has a magic to them.
But if a song moves you because of love,
yeah.
Isn't that a love song? Even if it's jealousy or...
A lot of my favorite songs are not love songs. I don't know what that says about me. But
no, I agree.
And then
I think all mine are my favorites.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a normal person, probably. I wanted to include more modern works, but I couldn't tell if they would stand the test of time. So I did have some that were in it just because they're newer songs.
Also, Mary, you probably listen a lot of times with more of a technical ear than even when you're not meaning to sometimes. Like when you mention at the end of something, when it goes to that,
Well, I just felt they wrapped it up in too neat a bow, if that makes sense.
You know what Gary told me yesterday on the phone? He said that's his favorite part.
That is not true. Though I did tell them the story about how when we were talking about this, I think it was probably over breakfast or dinner or something. And we were talking about the great what is or is not a love song debate. And we were talking about whether there's going to be overlap and what we thought each person, what kinds of music they thought they would pick. And somehow in this conversation, just in a very relaxed, nonchalant way, not meaning anything by it, I said, no one's going to pick any generic love songs. No one's going to pick anything like, like the Beach Boys for their number. That's what I said. And we nearly broke up. No, Beach Boys.
So here's a good example.
What was that?
Huh? A good example.
Listen, Man by Billy Joel love song.
I
don't know.
What?
An Innocent Man by Billy Joel. Would that be a love song?
I don't know. I can't think
I
of
don't
it.
know. I mean,
I can't think of that.
I don't know. Not to be, I'm not the love song expert, but I don't know.
You know what
I'm a
I
sexy
considered?
man here.
I considered one by Billy Joel, and I decided it wasn't a love song, which was just because there's a weird edge to it. It is she's always a woman to me, like that one.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I got
Because
one.
it's
for
a
you.
little bit like that Clapton song about his girlfriend or his wife getting ready and taking too long, where to me it's just a little like it's a little nasty.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of like a dig in it, and the Billy Joel one was the same way, where it's like I don't know if this is a great.
That's why Clapton wrote Cocaine after that, so she'd hurry up. So,
That's right.
I got
You
a Billy
listen to
Joel.
those in order.
I got a Billy Joel song. If you want a love song, that's in my opinion, it's one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. Period. It's called "Through the Long Night with You."
Oh.
If you go check that, it's off of Glass Houses, I believe. "Through the Long Night with You." Go listen to it. I think you guys will like it. Really,
Okay.
it's a really, god dang it. Why didn't I put that on my list? Honorable mention. Okay,
Through the Long Night.
with You.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not Through the Long Night with Cocaine. That's a Eric Clapton song.
Yeah.
But
All right.
well, have we answered that question? Is it a
No,
love song?
not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I don't remember the lyrics well enough to know if that's a love song.
I'm an innocent man. Drive an innocent van. I have an innocent tan. I'm gonna buy an innocent sedan. And then there's like a
Hold on.
20-minute drum solo, and then I believe there's an oboe solo, and then it repeats the same verse. Gary, by the way, I'm gonna loop that motion over and over.
That's gonna haunt me. That's
And
gonna.
I'm gonna play a love song. I'm gonna play Billy Joel's "Through the Long Night with You."
Okay.
So we all have homework to
We all have
listen
homework.
to each other's
So I'm
songs.
gonna.
Playlist.
Who among us is gonna set up the playlist to attach to this video?
I will do that because I love doing that stuff.
Okay.
Can you send me your songs? And here's a call out to the wild.
Well, you have them. We have
They're
actually, no,
in
you'll lose
In the
these
chat,
when we go
I
out.
will put all the songs in the chat because that's what we love our fans and supporters.
Yeah.
And you guys support us every month with your donation. And
Yes.
and hold on one second. This is not a joke from Corey. This is real. Corey, I owe you this one. So he wrote, "My misused lyrics quote explained my list. And if you didn't get my list, you were probably luckier in love than I was in my mid-20s. I was pretty emo." By the way, Pretty Emo is Gary's login name for his chat.
Right. Pretty emo 69.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Man, this was good. And you know what? This was good. We had laughs and jokes, but we also had some real
moments,
tears and laughter.
I
and
think
rage.
it was perfect for the love song top 5. I think just right.
Yes. So I feel like this was also a good marriage counseling and relationship counseling
I'm
session.
glad we talked about the lyric misunderstandings.
Porter.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I've been waiting for
woman like you.
I've been waiting for a woman like you.
I've been waiting for a woman like you. Not you.
Not you.
Not you. A woman like you. Like sort of. Like you but better. Like that
And
kind
I am a stupid. So last thing, Corey gets last word. Pretty Emo is the bane of the line of makeup.
Probably the name of the line of makeup.
Yeah. It's also the bane because he's very unhappy with it.
Bane. So
Norma said, no, it's the same.
Would I?
No, that's the innocent man.
That's the same innocent man.
And Norma also wants to know.
Still no answer.
So, Jim, I've heard
Yes?
some rumors about the next top 5 and it might be one that I'm just going to spectate because I have no input on. Like,
All
I
right,
don't
let's
know.
put it out
Do
there
you want to
now.
talk about that?
Yes, I will. And you got to participate. So
Well, I'll
the
be
next
there. I'll
the
show up.
next top 5 was not selected by me, not selected by Gary, but selected by our 2 next special guests that we're going to have on. I guess it's a tradition now. Scott Circlin and Josh Kremble.
Josh Kremble.
Okay,
Great Josh Kremble.
And they chose the topic. They want to do top 5 hip hop albums. And I almost want to dress like the lady that teaches you how to dance the hip hop. You know, but I actually do have 5. I could easily pick my top 5. I know what my top 3 are right off the top. But Gary, I want you to try. Just try.
I refuse. I refuse to try, but I will be happy to show up and support. Honestly,
all right. How about this? I'll make you a deal.
I would struggle to come up with 5. That's how little I know about hip hop.
You will host it.
Yeah, I'll MC.
Okay, because if there's one thing that we know about your YouTube channel is that hip hop fans flock to it because they want all their latest hip hop news.
I mean, I am one of the original gangsters.
Yeah, so we'll try not to be super lame, but we probably will be. But these are from the heart, and like I said, I know my top 3. I just have to pick the number 5 and 4. There's a rap battle going on to decide. But and by the way, every single one of my picks is going to be ancient from the 90s, probably. You know,
mine would be. Yeah,
they're all going to be very old, but I'm very old, and I don't even know why I'm here.
Just a little bit older. We are one day past your birthday.
Houdini might make mine.
We are one day past what?
Your birthday?
That's right. I am one day post birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Thank you. We'll be asking the viewers what theirs are, and I don't know when we're going to do this next week. Maybe Wednesday, Tuesday. I know it won't be Thursday, probably, right?
Whatever works for the guests, I guess. I see Corey has a Fancy Whites love hip hop. I'm assuming what he meant to write, and it's true. That's true. All the Fancy Whites come to my channel to know what hip hop they should be listening to.
Yeah. So just tune in, and I think this was a really. By the way,
I want to thank our significant others for appearing on our stupid channel. Like I think our stupid show. I want to thank.
I just want to know one thing before we do go from Corey, and what Corey really. What are your feelings about the 2 Live crew? I just want to know.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah.
He says the lyrics are great, though. He's really into that. So Corey's kind of edgy. So
I'm trying to remember. I thought he had a comment earlier about what he thought about Baby Got Back when you mentioned it. I thought, I know that comment is in there somewhere.
Charles likes the new hip hop Odds T.
Odds T? Is that
Odds T, one of the hottest rappers around right now.
This shows how little I know about hip hop, where a typo in a message could be a hip hop band. I don't know. It could be. I don't know.
For all I know, it really could be an Odds T.
It could be. Odds T could be, I don't know.
Watch it be like the biggest, and all the young kids who don't watch the show are shaking
This is why I'm sitting out the hip hop top 5. I'm not picking anything. I'm just going to enjoy the conversation. Maybe take some notes on hip hop I should listen to.
Yeah. All right. So in the duh category, we have this comment.
Okay.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Thanks, Corey. But all right. Woo, I think this sums up the evening right here.
Yeah, that's it. I think we did a great job. Good game.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you to my wife.
Yes.
Who I love. And I have been waiting for a girl like this.
Oh. Not
the like other girl like
not
you.
Just like that.
This girl like you.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful
there we
song.
go. There. I helped you avoid another fight right there.
I like the song.
Thank you. It's a great song.
It's a good song.
And
It's one of my favorite albums.
There you go. So anything last words you guys want to say? Thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Mary.
yes.
An honor to be here, of course. It's my first YouTube appearance.
Me too.
Wow.
See, look at that.
That
Thanks,
was enough.
guys.
All
I
right.
have
Well,
some music listening to do. I need to
I
go
do
back
too.
and write down
Yeah,
about
I can't wait. I want to listen to that.
all right.
first.
I'll get working on the playlist. If you're on Spotify, just look up my name, Jim Lujan. You'll see there's a little cartoon image. You guys can follow the playlist there if you follow me or whatever. However you kids do it with the interwebs
with the
computer.
interwebs. And we'll add the link to the description of this video at some point. So maybe
Oh,
by
we will.
tomorrow or something, you'll be able
Yeah.
to
So if
see.
you're listening in the future, obviously, you can hear it there.
What time is it?
It's time to go.
9:56.
We did it, guys.
Jim,
Time to
have
go.
that
We did it. We did it. We did it, everyone.
We did it.
Yay!
All right.
Wait.
Well,
How hard was it though?
Brutal.
It was hard for me.
It occupied all my thoughts for 2 weeks.
She actually- it was
struggled
hard for
all
me.
yesterday.
It was especially hard for her. Yeah, she
But
did
me
it
too.
first.
I think us more than you two.
it's easy when you leave one of your favorite songs off the list on accident and try to fix the spreadsheet later, and then you upload the wrong
Yeah.
sheet, and it's easy when you do that. So
I think that makes it harder. It makes it harder when you don't know what's on your list. I think that's
Yeah.
just a surprise. Yeah.
And there's a surprising amount of crying involved in my process.
She took it very seriously. She spent a lot of time.
Well, it's emotional. Love
Mhm.
song.
Yeah.
the minute the camera goes off, Mary turns to Gary and goes, "Why did you put that song on there? Why'd you put crying on there?"
She would never treat me like that. That's an outrageous thing to even say. I just
I can see it.
oh
All right.
okay.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the broadcast,
Okay.
and we'll see
Sometime
y'all.
next week, top 5 hip hop albums by people who know something about hip hop.
Oh, I don't think we do, but okay.
More than me anyway. So
All right. More than Gary. We
more
win.
than me, which is
Okay. Thank you, guys.
all right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.